this is how I would go into present into a primary school. It's not meant to be the be-all and end-all. You will develop your own skills, your own approaches, and you'll end up, I'm sure, with a way of doing exactly what you want to do and how you get the message across that suits you particularly. You know, I've done lots and lots of talks, and I found this works. You may think, yes, I do it entirely differently. I use a lot more slides. I use a lot of audience involvement. So some of you can come and do things at my request, I hope. I haven't had any refusals yet. But it's just to give you ideas. And you might think, oh, I could do that, or I might adjust that to adapt it. Okay? So if you can pretend that you're all 8, 9, 10 years old, then we would have really put their hands up a bit in the toilet or whatever it is, but just imagine your primary school group. So I will treat you exactly as if you are that sort of year 5, 6 in primary school. Okay. Right, so it's great to be, I'm really pleased to be here today. Thank you ever so much for the invitation to come to the school. It's really, really great. You can see I represent WaterAid. Now, WaterAid. Can anybody give me a word that means aid? Another word for aid. Can you think of a word? 4 letters, start with the letter H. Can you give me another word? Can you think of something? Help. Help! Okay, help is the word. Yes, it's exactly that. Help is the word that I wanted, because we help people. We go into communities where they have a problem, and we help them. They help as well. So we help them because they have a problem with water. Now you might think, why do they need help? What's the problem with water? It rains. We have lots and lots of water. We turn on our taps and the water comes out. Not everywhere. There are countries in the world where people don't have water. We have it. Don't have clean water, and that causes all sorts of difficulties. So that's what we do. We go in and we offer our assistance. We give them help in order to make their lives that much better. Now, I want you to think of all the things that you do during the course of the day which involve water. And I'll give you an example. Can you, if I try and mime something to you, can you tell me what you think I'm doing? This is an activity. Some of you are going to do some of this afterwards. So this is an activity I might do perhaps once a week. It depends on how energetic I'm feeling. So. Right, any suggestions? Hands up. What do you think I'm doing? Something to do with washing. Yes, yes, what do you think it is?
Washing the car.
Washing the car, yes, I'm washing the car. Something I do not as often as I should, but I do wash my car now and again. So I'd like to have, can I have 3 people? You're the 3 obvious ones. Could you come forward, please? And could you, I'll give you 2 each. Can you do the same thing? Can you do a mime to suggest those 2 activities, obviously one at a time, and then see how well you can guess. So these are things we do every day using water. Right, so can we start from this end? Yes. Okay. What do you think that is? Washing your hands. Great, well done. Okay, washing your hands, very, very important. Yes.
Showering.
Having a shower. Excellent. Good. Yes. What do you think? Having a drink. Have a drink of water. Yes. Number 2. A bit more complicated. It is very, very washing some clothes. Good. I don't know what that is. Spinning action. Yes. Okay. Right. Watering plants, excellent. In the garden, yes. Brushing your teeth, brilliant. Thank you. They were really, really good. Thank you very much. You did so well. I'm going to reward you all with a little present. So there was something to take away. Can you please give them a nice round of applause? Thank you very much. So all these things we do every day, and we automatically think, as soon as we turn the tap on, water's going to come out. We go to the bathroom in the kitchen, we turn the tap on, the water comes out, and we never think what would happen if it didn't. But if it didn't, what would we do? How would you manage? Well, you'd probably call a plumber, or you'd call, in my case, Welsh Water, because I live in Pembrokeshire. You'd call a company, and they'd come in and they'd say, oh, do you know what? I'm really sorry, this is Welsh Water here on the phone. There's a huge water main that comes into where I live, near Haverford West, and it's got a a fracture in the pipe and the water's spraying everywhere. Unfortunately, you'll be without water for the rest of the day. And you think, oh, what are you going to do? How are you going to manage? How are you going to manage to clean my teeth, wash my hands? How can we do the cooking and the washing up and wash our clothes? Well, you can't, basically. It's as simple as that. So you have to manage without. Unless, of course, you've got one of these. Now, if you've got one of these, would you like to come forward, please? Maybe here, yes. So if I said to you, got no water today, can you pop down the river? It's only about a mile away. Can you pop down the So can you, is it heavy?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. No, that's great. So you can actually lift it up and put it down. Yes, no, yes, great. Yes. So if I said to you, can you pop down the river and fill it up? Okay. Right, well, we don't really go. Because actually what I've done is to fill one up already. Well, that one is half full. Can you bring that over here, please? Ooh. Yeah, you've got about, I would say 10 to 12 litres there. It's really hard work, isn't it?
Yes,
You pop it down. So if you had to go and fetch that once, twice, maybe 3 times a day, maybe walk a mile or 2 miles, life would be quite different, isn't it? And you imagine, you bring it back, and your mum and dad say, oh, great, we've got some fresh water, right, so now we can all wash our hands, we can actually do some cooking, we can wash the dishes, we give some of the animals. Oh, it's empty. Can you pop that and fill it up again? You say, well, I've just walked a mile, carrying that, a mile there, empty, and a mile back. How difficult would life be if you had to fetch all the water? Thank you very much indeed. You also were qualified for a special WaterAid pencil. Thank you. Can you give her a clap? So, our lives would be very, very much more difficult if we didn't have water coming out of our taps. Not only that, because if you get your water from a river, a stream, or a pond, there's going to be a question about how good it is to drink. So, Bob, could you come around, please? You weren't expected to be called, were you? Right, okay. Right, Bob, okay, now I'm going to try and make you thirsty. Let's imagine it's a really hot day, and I want you to, can you do some running on the spot? Oh, very impressive. Okay, let's do some jumping. Yeah, bit of skipping. Okay, well, excellent job. Very, very good. Right. Now, when you do a lot of exercise, you get really thirsty. So if I said to you, now you're thirsty, I love a drink. How about a drink of that? And you can see, obviously, that looks like water that's come out of a stream. It's filthy dirty. You'd want to drink it, I wouldn't want to drink it, I wouldn't even give it to my dog. You never know what's in it. And the problem is, if you drink water that's come from a stream or a pond or a river, it's got bugs in it. We call them all sorts of things, but basically it's bugs, it's bacteria. And that sort of thing would give you, what do you think? What would be the problem? What would you experience if you drank water like that? Any idea?
Bad stomach?
Yeah, bad stomach. You'd have a bad stomach straight away. And you'd probably end up very soon having diarrhea. And we all know what diarrhea is, which is runny poo. Runny poo is something we've all had in parts at different times of our lives. And if we have runny poo, if we have diarrhea, then you put out the chemist, we get some, your mum or dad goes to the chemist, gets some medicine, brings it back, and within 24, 48 hours, you're finally jumping around again as if nothing had happened. If you can't get the medication, obviously, it's very, very difficult. Your system is upset, your organs start failing, and very soon, you're in very, very serious problems. So having clean water, not dirty water, is really essential. Thank you, Bob. Would you like a watering pencil? I'm sure you've got access to lots of watering pencils, so you can have one anyway. Thank you very much indeed. So what we want is to get people to have nice clean water. That's the thing, isn't it? Because it's crucial. It's a basic requirement. You must drink in order to keep your system lubricated. If you don't drink, then after 3 days, your whole body starts closing down. So it's really, really important. Now, another thing, what I mentioned here, all those activities that we did, things you do every day. One very, very important one we didn't mention. What is it?
Go to the toilet.
Go in the toilet. Right. What if you've got no toilet? What if the water's cut off? And at home you've got no toilet. You've got a toilet, but it's not working because you can pull the flush once and then your tank doesn't fill up. If that's the case, first person that goes is okay. Second person, not so good. Third person, it's getting worse and worse. So if you can't flush the toilet, if you can't get the water and the waste going down into the sewer, it builds up. Very unhygienic, very dirty, very smelly. Right? So we need to think about what you do. When my son was really young, we used to go camping on Dartmoor, lived in Plymouth. We used to take the car, the tent, take our bikes, swim in the river, and all sorts of things. We cook bacon and beans on the stove, and have a great time, camp out. And then when it was time to go to the toilet, we'd shovel in the car. So he dug a hole, and went to the hole, put the turf back on, and that was it. Right? So you're forced to go outside. But if you were in school, if you were at home, and the toilets weren't working, and your mum and dad told you, you sound really bursty, you come on, outside, go outside, go in the garden, go out and go behind a tree. Well, okay, but people might be watching. It may be dirty. It will be dirty. Obviously, somebody's been there before. There are all sorts of risks involved in it's what we call open defecation and open urination, going to the toilet outside. So it makes life very difficult. It spreads germs. If you're there and somebody else has been there before you, you have germs on your hand. So let's imagine I've just been in the toilet and washed my hands, and I say, "Hello there, how are you?" You know what's going to happen. So if I touch your hands, then the contamination is going to go, and anybody else that you touch afterwards is going to have the same germs. Right? So it's very, very important to make sure that people have toilets. And lots of people in the world don't have good clean toilets and don't have good quality water to drink. Right? So those are things to consider. So what do we do about it? What do you think we do? Well, let's imagine we decide to work with the people in a village somewhere in West Africa. We've analysed them and we found the situation to be in need of work. So we go along and with them we start a project, various projects. We can go in and say, well, we've got three possibilities here, depending on the geography of the situation. First one, let's imagine the river is a mile away. Here's a village, going back and forth every day without containers to fetch the water. Is there something you can think of which involves bringing the river